In the dim alcoves of literary and mythological studies, there lies a tome rumored to blend the darkest parts of history with the chilling whispers of supernatural lore. The Book of Alugah. Revered and feared, this ancient manuscript is said to detail the origins of the first vampire, no less a figure than Judas Iscariot himself, casting a long shadow across the pages of vampire mythology. The very suggestion that a biblical betrayer could be the progenitor of an entire race of night creatures stirs a blend of dread and intrigue that can seize the imagination of the most stoic scholar. Yet how does one navigate the thin line between mythic narratives and historical factuality? The pursuit of understanding the Book of Alugah offers a fascinating glimpse into the interplay between cultural identity, folklore, and our collective fascination with the macabre. The inception of the Book of Alugah story seems almost as cloaked in shadow as the creatures it describes. Historical records from the early medieval period first mention a mysterious text, although these references are sparse and often second-hand. Despite these elusive fragments, scholars believe that the manuscript originated in Eastern Europe, an area ripe with vampire lore, during a time when superstition and fear dominated the human psyche. If the Book of Alugah exists to date, no verifiable physical evidence has surfaced, leaving historians and folklorists to speculate based on scattered documents and hearsay. The mystery of its origins serves to enhance its allure and prompts a deeper inquiry into the societal conditions that birth such legends. The Middle Ages, with their plagues, wars, and darkness, were fertile ground for the germination of stories that sought to explain, or at least rationalize, the seemingly irrational horrors of the world. The thread that weaves Judas Iscariot into the vampiric tapestry is as controversial as it is captivating. According to legend, after betraying Jesus, Judas was cursed to walk the earth as the first vampire. His silver payment transformed into a symbol of his eternal thirst for blood. This narrative serves multiple functions. It provides a supernatural explanation for the origins of vampires, aligns their creation with a well-known biblical story, and underscores themes of betrayal and eternal punishment. The synthesis of biblical figures with vampire lore not only enriches the narrative complexity, but also lends a semblance of ancient validation to the vampire myth. Academic criticism, however, urges caution. The integration of Judas into vampire lore does not appear in mainstream religious texts or historical accounts, but rather emerges from later interpretations and folklore enhancements. Highlighting the adaptive nature of myth-making, the lore surrounding the Book of Alugah has significantly influenced modern vampire stories, permeating popular culture with a blend of ancient curse and contemporary horror. From Gothic novels to blockbuster films, the archetype of the vampire has evolved, but the core elements remain influenced by such myths. Filmmakers and novelists often draw upon these ancient myths to add depth and historical gravitas to their tales, suggesting a lineage that stretches back to one of humanity's most pivotal moments. This not only enriches the narrative, but also taps into the collective unease with themes of immortality, betrayal, and an existence predicated on predation. The portrayal of vampires in media often mirrors societal fears and philosophical questions, adapting the myth to address contemporary issues, thus ensuring its relevance and persistent fascination. In dissecting the Book of Alugah and its associated myths, one must navigate the murky waters between historical reality and imaginative fiction. The allure of such stories lies in their ability to touch upon universal truths and human fears through the veil of narrative. Elucidating the difference between mythic elements and historical facts requires a careful examination of sources, the scrutiny of motives behind myth-making, and an understanding of the impact of folklore on cultural identity. This analysis not only sheds light on the persistence of vampire legends, but also on the broader mechanism of cultural storytelling and identity crafting. Ultimately, the Book of Alugah, whether myth or obscured reality, encapsulates the enduring power of storytelling in human culture. As a species, our landscapes are as much constructed by our myths and legends as by our physical environments. The ongoing fascination with vampires, creatures that exist in the eternal twilight of human fears and fascination, serves as a potent reminder of the continuous interplay between myth and reality, and the perennial quest for understanding the unknown. The legend of the Book of Alugah continues to enchant and provoke, a lingering mystery that fuels our collective imagination and our undying quest for the stories that define us. We got another cool video popping up on the screen right now for you to check out. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and see you next time.